Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your Farming Simulator 15 map spotlight. This time we are on Knuston Farm, made by Pitorius on FSUK. This is based on a farm that is actually beside him in real life. He does live beside this farm in reality, in real life, so it is based on a factual farm. Most of the stuff is real. There are a few known bugs of the map, including but not limited to one I'm suffering from, which is there's only one sell point, but I only get one price for, then that's for wheat. So that is a known bug that is going to be fixed in a future version. This is the shop, and it does not the map doesn't come with a pickup as standard. I did buy this myself to get a loan, bought it. There is detail where detail is needed on this map. There's not detail everywhere, but there's detail where it's needed. Loads and loads and loads of trees. They're Farming Simulator 2013 spec trees, so they're slightly higher poly than 2015 spec trees, apparently. They're higher poly, but they look better. They give a much more lush feeling to the map, and that's what Pitorius was going for. So this is the shop. This is it's pretty basic really. There's an ATM there, and the shop is there. You can buy and sell your vehicles. It does have gold coins for the time being, but I have been looking through the support topic, and they're being removed in a future version. So if you want a slightly buggy version with gold coins, this is the version to get. There beside the wool pallets, which cannot be moved, I did try, they can't be moved, is where you sell your wool. And this is the only sell point on the map. I will say I've been playing this map for about 5 hours in a separate save file, because I do like it. And this fill trigger is actually dynamic. It will raise and lower. You can set eggs there as well. So let's just go through here, and this way station does work. Works particularly well if you don't slam into it. There you go. You can see the numbers there. It does work. And you will need to work this map properly the map animation trigger. Sorry if you can hear anything there. I do have to use my keyboard for that, so you will be hearing some clicks and clangs when I'm using my keyboard throughout this video. Now I'm going to go this way first. It's a bit of a shorter way here, and this is the end of the map here. Now you can, if you're walking, just go straight over it and see into the abyss that there is nothing. Very well brilliantly edited out in the PDA map, might I add. These little cones here prevent you from driving a vehicle through. This is, I'm really running around just trying to show you everything. This is your field buy trigger. You can see there, if I want to buy it, I can buy it from there. It does have the hectares and the price accurate. Yes, it does. And it's a nice bit of detail that Pitorius went to edit the field buy trigger so that it fit in with the theme of the map. As you can see here, it's East Northamptonshire Council and farmland for sale at Knuston, or Knuston, or however it's supposed to be pronounced. It's there for all the fields. The field numbers, they look like they're off from where they're supposed to be. They're really not. Though he has admitted that he uses a bit of a cheesy way to set the field boundaries, so you might have a few problems sowing the edges of fields, where you might get a notification, despite owning the field that you're sowing, obviously, you might get a warning that you don't own the field. That's a known problem. That's due to the cheesy way in which he edits the map. Now I passed something I wanted to show you. There's another one over there, coming up anyway. Here is the sheep area. You can see the wool pallets will spawn right beside the road there, so they'll want to be moved fairly quickly. You can use that shed as storage, I believe, if you really want to, and I'm just going to edge around in here to show you the chickens. This is where all the chickens live. again, gold coins are to be found around here. You can see one there. I'm not going to show off where all the gold coins are, because if you want to collect them all, do it yourself, essentially. So I'm going to just bring you back out. That gate can be opened. I have done it previously. Just not going to do it today. I'm going to bring you into the cows. The gate opens inwards there, so I can just hop straight into the pickup. The gate's already open anyway. And you can see there is one single silage bunker. Don't know how much it holds, haven't used it, but there's just one. There are a couple of meadows you can use for grass, so that's not an issue. Again, plenty of detail. There should be detail around the cows, and there is. There's your solid and liquid manure storage, and here's where you feed your cows. I think this one takes straw, mixed rations and silage, and probably grass as well. But if you want to be really realistic, you'll be putting the grass up over here into this bunker, to this feed thingy. That gate over there does also have the animation trigger, but I'm not going to trigger it. I like this map, so I'm not going to show you everything in a bit of a weird turn. I'm not going to show you all the fields, I'm not going to show you all the details, I'm not going to show you all the secrets. Well, I haven't found many secrets, but I'm not going to show you them anyway. I'm just going to give you a quick buzz around and show you kind of the main features that you get at the start. And of course with XML editing you can change your start features, and Giants Editor you can change the entire bloody map if you want. So I'm going to bring you up here, because we're going to be taking a turn off to the main farm in a moment, and I'm going to show you the two fields that you start with. But first I'm going to stop up here and show you a signpost, which, as you can see, points you in the direction of whatever you want to go to. Now that way just leads to field 10, that road over there, and this road leads up to pretty much every other field. But there are signposts on these crossroads, just so you know where you're going. So I'm going to continue up here, driving on the left hand side of the road because this is set in Britain, and because this is the side of the road I'm already on. I could drive on the right if I wanted to, but I don't want to, so back to the left. Up here you'll see a big tower. I believe this is supposed to be a radio broadcast tower, and it's essentially just there for extra detail. It has no function. I'm actually going to drive through field 7 here and just show you field 8, one of the two fields you own. We've got time to show you both. So here's field 8. It is seeded up in wheat, and oh yes, I keep forgetting things that I need to say and say them at random points. I really need to start scripting these once I've had a look at maps. I should look at maps before I do these videos. I have done it with this one, and I should have scripted this. You need 2 mods for definite to run this map. One is, of course, as you already seen, the animation map trigger. The second one is the Marshall pack, and I'll get to the reason why in a few minutes when I'm showing you the starter vehicles. But you do need it. A third mod, and that it's optional, is the Chop Straw mod. Now it is installed on the map, so if you have a Chop Straw mod and you enjoy using it, it will work on this map, no problem at all. Here's one of the meadows on the map, by the way. Again, nice size. All these fields are really nice sizes. I'm just going to bring you in and show you field 2, because it is significantly bigger than field 8, but I think it's a bit of a strange size and shape. So, you know, it gives a very British feel. As well as that, I'm going to show you one other thing in here, and you may already have guessed what it's going to be. I wonder, does this one have it? Yes. These hedges, there's nothing inside of them. There's no fences, no cheaty way of doing this, but these hedges have collision dead center, which is kind of what would happen in real life. I mean, you'd break through the branches and then you hit the middle of the hedge and be stopped dead by the fact that it's a hedge and you've just driven into it. I know you wouldn't be stopped dead instantly, but it's the best simulation farm sim has, so deal with it. So let's have a look around the main farm, and well, just as a kind of a final thing before I show you the starter vehicles. So if we come up in here and open up these gates here, I'll be able to show you They open outwards. Nuts. The gates do have collisions, if you haven't guessed already, even when they're opening, which is a nice little feature. So here is your tip trigger for storage. It looks like it has the moving fill plane as well. I haven't actually tried that. I've just sold everything straight from the fields in my save game. Here's where you collect up your grain. You have to reverse into it, and you can drop the grain off into your trailer. Here is your bale sell point, nice and big, so that you can make a mess out of it if you really want. And a little display of chopped straw there. I should probably get the chopped straw mod. I don't actually have it installed. So now we get to starter vehicles. There is the fertilizer fill point, and the seed fill point is somewhere. I'm not 100% sure where it is, to be honest, but you'll find it pretty easily, I think. Everything is in this one yard. Now, you might have spotted it a couple of times. There's the reason you need the Marshall mod in here. You actually start off with the Marshall trailer. Which, yes, it's a bit problematic if you don't like using mods, but it does add to the feel of the map. It is a very necessary thing, and I think it's a good idea. The rest of the starter vehicles are... I think there's one in here. Is there? No. Yes, I should mention as well, you can store the likes of barley in these sheds, and you'll see these little signs up on the shed to show you what's supposed to be in them. That's just a random piece of detail. So you start off with a case Puma 160 and a 700 kilo weight. The Marshall trailers I've already shown you. And I'm just going to open up these because I know there is another vehicle that's parked in a piece of equipment that's parked away, and I'm not sure where it is. It might be in here. I'd like to find the seed point as well for my own use. Yes, here it is. You also get the Währstadt Rapid A 600S. Still looking for the seed point, by the way, but you get the Währstadt. And I'm going to stop my search for the seed point now. What's in here? No logos in there. Now you also get, if I can find the right shed, it's over here. No, over here. You get, and hopefully opening this up will show you the potatoes and sugar beet storage, of course. You get random empty shed. Where on earth is this shed? Oh, tucked in over the other side of the farm. You get the New Holland TC5. You get a header trailer for the TC5 head, which you obviously also get. Really that close to the combine, didn't find it. Huh. The Marshall trailers I've already gone through. The thing with the thing. Alright, so you get the Währstadt, you get the Puma with the 700 kilo weight, Währstadt Rapide. You also get, oh, there's the seed trigger. That's helpful. And there's the fuel point. You also get a Cockerling Trio, which really with the Währstadt Rapide is essentially useless because, I mean, you've got a trailer, you've got a seeder that has no-till capabilities, so why do you want to use a cultivator? And I am running over here for a reason, by the way, don't worry, I haven't gone insane. You also get an Agrostar 661 and a second 700 kilo weight. And some nice little details over here as well. So, yeah, I think this is one of my favourite maps for FS15 so far. I mean, it's big and airy, and if I just hop up in this wall over here by jumping through here, and there, hop up on the wall. Good lord. If I were able to hop up on the wall, you'd be able to see, or even if I hop over this hedge, you can see there's big vistas everywhere. I mean, if I stand there, there's wheat as far as you can see. If I figure a way up here. Even if I stand on top of this broken old Fire M66, there's just lovely big vistas across the map, and it gives a very big airy feel to it. I mean, if you're playing Farm Sim, you're doing it, you know, you get maps for the scenery, really, because they all have the same basic functions. Now, this map doesn't have forestry. It does not have forestry, it's just arable and livestock. So, if you're big into your forestry, not the map for you, I'm afraid. If you're more of an arable and livestock guy, kind of like me, definitely worth looking at. I've got a second mod spotlight coming out probably tomorrow on Manor Farm, and oddly enough I've recorded that map spotlight before recording this one because OBS was being weird and screwing up my recordings, but that's coming out tomorrow, and it's a lot smaller than this, but there is forestry, everything is in that map. So if you're more into doing a bit of everything on a small scale, that's a map for you. If you're into doing large scale arable, large scale animal husbandry, this is probably a better map. There doesn't seem to be a buy trigger for this field. Oh, because oh, that's field 4. Yeah. I should probably say the New Holland Combine does seem a bit small for the 2 fields that you have, but if I'm going to the Combine headers section of the shop, I mean, you go from 18 feet to twice that width, you know, 5.5 to 10.5 meters, so there's no real in-betweeny 8-meter Combine, which would probably be ideal for this map. If you have an 8-meter Combine mod, or even if I bring you over to my mods brand thing over here, the 6.6 meter head of the Lexion 550 or 560 TT, that is probably the best Combine you can start with. So maybe if you're of a mind to edit the XML to give you yourself a bit more money, or just flat out replace the New Holland with the New Holland stuff with the Lexion stuff, that might be a better starter for you. Now, I'm not saying the map should be completely changed so that is the starter stuff, because I really think that anybody should be able to play a mod map, and starting off with mods on a mod map is not the greatest thing in the world. I can understand the Marshall pack because it is made by Giants. It is just essentially a port of the DLC from 2013 with minor edits for 2015 functionality, so I can understand why Giants did that. I think that's about all I want to talk about for this map spotlight. I'll try and do 1 or 2 a week from now on, but they'll just be on maps that I like, or if you find a map that you really like and you'd like me to have a look at and spotlight, or even if you've made a map and you want me to have a look at it, feel free to send me a message on here. I'll get back to you, I'll have a look at the map, and I'll probably do a video on it if it's good. I'm not going to do any more terrible maps like the Czech map or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching your Farming Simulator 15 map spotlight. Thank you very much for watching. Leave your thoughts below, and if you want me to have a look at any other maps, send me a message. Thank you very much for watching once again, and goodbye.